Hello.
Hello.
Oh, welcome.
Welcome.
This is episode 4 of the NgoVo Convo podcast, where two stupids make a right.
Pretty stupid because I didn't realize it was 4.
You were thinking about
I was like, is it 4 already? Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I know, 4. I'm your host, Veronica Vo, and I'm joined by Harrison No. Get it? Vo.
No. Vo.
No, Vo. Okay. I'm just killing that joke yet again.
Forever. Till the end.
Till the end. If you're new here, we both just want an excuse to talk about anything that ranges from anime and comics, but also when our friends can't catch up fast enough, so kind of force us to do this. Hopefully he finished Attack on Titan by the time this drops.
Please tell me you did.
Some would say it's conversing. Again, get it? NgoVo?
Conversing about Attack on Titan.
Convo. Yeah.
If you didn't realize by the title at this point.
I know. You can watch every episode on youtube.com or listen to it on a podcast by searching NgoVo Convo. NgoVo Convo. If you don't know how to spell our last names. Short, simple, sweet.
Easy.
Easy on your podcast of choice. All right. If you didn't know, on this episode, we're going to talk about Attack on Titan Part 1. That's right, I said it. Part 1.
The final season. Part
1.
It's like, it was like the biggest fake out that they're like, here's the final season. Mm-hmm. No one knew, like, I didn't know. I was like, are they going to cram everything? But they didn't.
Yeah,
Thank God.
Yeah. So if you haven't finished season 4, part 1, please go watch it, finish it, wrap it up, recap it, do whatever you have to do. Read the manga, come back to us.
Do what you can. Just
do what you have to do so you don't get spoiled. So we're about to really spoil.
The amount of times you're like, we're going to spoil it. We're going to spoil it. We're going to spoil it. Just saying.
Yeah, I know. So there should be like a big like spoiler alert, right? And in comes the spoiler.
Oh my gosh.
We can't say we have an editor because Harrison's our editor, so there's that.
So if I do it, I do it.
Yeah, if you do it, you do it. If you don't, just know we're spoiling a lot. So, let's see. I feel like it's been so long since season 3. I think it's been like 3 years, right? About?
Bro, I stopped. I didn't watch. The thing is, I stopped after season 1 because it was like a 5-year gap. And then season 2. I didn't watch season 2 because I kept hearing, political stuff bad. I was like, okay, I won't watch until I know it's good.
I know.
It got good, but I just never got back into it because I was like, eventually.
Yeah, it's really funny because I started watching anime like, let's wind back to my anime history here.
2020 is when she started.
Yeah, so the audience knows that 2020 was the year that I just caught up to a lot of stuff. And in our later episodes, you'll find out.
Find out how fast you caught up.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah. So I watched seasons 1 to 3 in like 2019. So I watched season 3 like weekly with my boyfriend.
2019? I thought you started last year.
I did on a lot of stuff, but like Attack on Titan was one
Attack
of
on Titan was the one
earlier ones. Okay. Yeah.
That makes more sense.
And so season 1 to 3 is by Wit Studio.
Yeah.
And then they dropped Attack on Titan because it's like really heavy. It's heavy. The animation takes way too long with Wit. So Mappa Studio, who does Jujutsu Kaisen, picked it up 10 months ago. So this is like, there's like a lot of CGI. A lot of people were like complaining about it. And I'm like, whatever. It looks good to me. I don't care. As long as it gets animated, it's fine. So season 4 is all Mappa. So think of it as like Jujutsu Kaisen, kind of like formatting and like color palette type deal. But Mappa does a really good job because they haven't taken anything out. Because I started reading the manga too as soon as episode 60 like dropped. I started reading it.
Yeah.
I know. Whatever. Anyway, that's a little history of Attack on Titan Studios. A little history of my anime history, but we'll go into that later. So episode 60 dropped, and I completely forgot what the heck happened at the end of season 3. I was like, okay, ocean, happiness, That's it.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
That's all I want to remember, right? But it's actually like a 4-year time skip. And there's a whole thing where they're, new characters are involved. So it's like Gabi, Falco, Udo. I think that's how you use the kid with the glasses. I don't know. He died really quickly, so I don't really remember. So I'm like, oh god, 4 years later, how will Eren look?
We all wondered that.
We all wondered that. And I'm just like...
Because I remember watching... Because essentially this was like going to like the other side. Like, what's it called? Marley?
Marley, yeah.
Yeah, so like...
It's basically the town, the city, like outside the wall that we have not seen ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But essentially they introduce all the people on that side. Like the whole
it's
system,
where
like,
Reiner, Annie, where they're from.
Yeah.
Which you will find out.
I was so
again
confused.
later.
But I was binging at that point because I was binging to get to this part. So I was already like, I saw like the ocean and everything. I was like, all right, cool. Next. I was going to take a break, but I ended up watching season
also
4.
To the audience, I've been pushing him, his girlfriend, and me, we've been pushing him to watch Attack on Titan. This man watched season 2 and 3 in about like 4 to 5 days. And then he caught up to season 4 and he watched it maybe like to episode like 66 on weekly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
something like that.
And I was just like, I'm sorry, you waited how long?
Too long. Because the thing is, I didn't see the hype yet. That's the thing. Well, I was like, I thought it's not like I didn't like it. It's not like I didn't like season 1. It was such a huge
it was
time.
a big gap.
It was the same time skip that we got here, essentially. That's how long I waited, and I just didn't get back into it. But it's okay now. I'm caught up.
Okay.
I'm done.
You're caught up. Not in the manga, so
Not
I
in
can't
the
gush about the
manga.
manga. So there's that. So if you're a manga reader, don't comment anything. For Harrison's sake.
I just won't look at the comments.
Yeah, just don't look at the comments. Anyway, so it's a 4-year time skip. We see the other town. We see, like, everyone, well, almost everyone. It's basically Zeke and, like, Reiner that we first see. So, and there's a meme about Reiner where it goes, like, baby mode, and then Mappa, and then they say wit, baby mode, and they say Mappa, daddy mode.
Daddy mode.
They really beefed him up.
He got so beefy, but it was the same amount of, like, trauma.
Yeah, oh gosh, the trauma. It's beefy trauma.
Come on. Oh my gosh.
Oh man. And then Zeke has like trauma too by Levi.
He's scared of fidget spinners, yeah. I would be too. If I got attacked like that.
Levi's
Dude,
like a good foot like shorter than Zeke. Like a good foot.
I watched that scene before because I knew we would do this with like Levi v Zeke. Yeah, so fucking insane. I was like, yeah, I'd have trauma too if a fidget spinner went around my arm then like just stabbed my mouth. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me 3. You'll see later on, he gets his ass whooped over and over again.
Fucking great. But yeah,
it's great.
Essentially, they just kind of showed like
they showed a lot of backstories, a lot of flashbacks. It was
They explained even more.
Especially Reiner when they and Annie, and that whole group when they like did their mission. They like went through their mission.
Yeah.
Like Reiner was like, "We're gonna go through this and invade the wall."
Yeah.
And they did that. And I don't know if you remember this because I know you binge like 1, 2 and 3. But if you remember the backstory that Reiner gave to Eren in season 1, it's the same one where they're sitting in a campfire around with that guy that's explaining his own backstory. Which I'm just like, how the heck did this creator just like wrap the whole story and we're going back to like season 1, episode 4 or something?
Yeah.
It's like crazy.
I think I remember what you were talking about. And I remember you and like everyone else was like, don't like pay attention to everything. They explain everything. Because they like I thought that was cool, like how even now they still tied back to like things in season 1, season 2.
Honestly, there's like no loopholes here. And like the one friend that's not catching up keeps asking questions. And I'm like, just watch it. 10 minutes later, you'll get your answer. The next episode, you'll get your answer.
For the other question.
But I found it really cool when, like, they started, like, looping everything together. And, like, it started making sense. Like, Reiner started making sense. You know?
Yeah.
Like, Annie started making sense, too.
Like, how they talked and acted. It makes sense.
Yeah. And I feel like Reiner, like, before invading, like, he was just brainwashed. Kind of like Gabi. Gabi's brainwashed. Yeah. And so I was just like, oh, I don't like Reiner. Like, I didn't really enjoy him that much. Like, he's a, like, really well-written character. I just didn't enjoy him up until now.
Yeah.
I see why. I see why he waited 4 seasons to level up to my likeness.
Took him 4 seasons to glow up. That's what you
that too. But boy Eren looking a little musty here.
Because this is when he had his hair down, right? And he had like an eye patch or something. Was that what it was?
Yeah. And he lost a leg. I must say Falco.
Falco's a good boy.
A best boy, but also he got
oof.
hoed.
Big oof. Yeah.
He got hoed.
Like, they essentially like show him like talking to Eren essentially the entire time. I was like, oh, Falco. Poor guy.
Poor guy. Doing his errands, sending his letters out.
Yeah. They just kind of like took time to build up like the area, because it was like a few episodes at least until like the big episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I think first 3 was essentially just setting the scene and all that, getting us used to the
town,
to Marley essentially. Yeah, and the situation. But
and like the funny thing is, like, no one's in the wrong or in the right.
Yeah. Like
everyone's...
it makes sense why, like, the Eldians here in Marley makes sense. Like, their thought process makes sense because that's what they grew up with. Meanwhile, like, you see like actual like is it actual Eldia? I guess Eldia, right?
Yeah, Eldia.
Like the actual Eldians are like have their own thing, and they're like, yeah. They touch on this more later, I think.
And it's great. Yeah.
But can we talk about the next part?
Which next part?
The big part. We're hitting big points. We're talking about big. This is the part. This is the reason why I caught up, because everyone kept saying this episode 10 out of 10. This episode.
The basement.
Best. The basement. Yes. The part where I would also shit my pants if I was Reiner.
You mean Falco, because Falco literally led Reiner to the basement and said, "Here's my friend," and then Reiner's just like, "That's not a friend."
Eren, yo.
Hello.
What's up? Trauma-induced.
More trauma.
Comes back.
Basically, Eren and Reiner have a conversation in the basement. They're basically, what's the phrase? 2 sides of the same coin. They literally are 2 sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
And I feel like the way Eren's like explaining how he is, Reiner's just going back to season 1 to 3, and he's like, "Shit, I fucked up. I fucked up."
He's getting his own recap, like we are, but he's like, "Oh no,
He's like, "Uh-oh, trouble."
He's like, "Oh no," and while Falco's just like, "What's going on?"
You guys are friends, right?
Yeah, we are.
Good friends. Very good friends.
Oh, man.
But as that's going on in the basement, you hear William.
I didn't even notice that was him until like you said it after. I was like,
no, my boyfriend noticed it because he has a big crush on Kakashi.
Yes.
So he was like, his ears were just like, Kakashi.
I could see that. But no, yeah, I didn't even notice that until like y'all mentioned it. I was like, oh shit, you're right. But yeah,
I know,
like he's doing his whole speech and all that.
Yeah. The declaration of war. He gets eaten by Eren.
This entire section, I don't care what people say. I was like, this is insane. Like, Eren just going to town on like everyone, and then they have all like the what are they called? Like shifters? I forget what the Titans are called. Yeah, shifters, right?
Shifters, yeah.
Yeah. They just have them all going at. I was like, this is insane. Cart Titan, ugly. Jaw Titan, okay, cool.
Cart Titan, ugly. Her character, pretty.
Pieck is what?
Pieck is so cute.
Sidebar. Pieck, when did you become possible best girl candidate? When did this happen?
Season 4. Thank Mappa.
Yeah. But like you get to see like all the Titans just go out there.
The
like,
Warhammer. The Jaw Titan.
The Jaw was originally what's her name?
Ymir,
right? Okay.
Yeah. Historia's Ymir.
Yeah.
She got eaten.
Yeah.
If you didn't pay attention, she died.
Some people miss that. Like legit.
Our friend.
I didn't want to say it.
I said it.
You said it. But no, that whole episode, I was just like, I was so quiet because I was like, just following along. Everyone's like, this is insane. I need to rewatch this episode because, oh my gosh, animation's dope. They're all fighting each other. Oh, Eren's actually insane because he's having the jaw, like the one where it's like trying to get through the Hammer Titan because she's like, she's crystallized. Yeah. The Jaw Titan had to break that open.
He ate it.
Oh, yeah. I was just like,
juicy blood.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. But as that's going on, can we talk about Scout's entrance?
Oh yeah. Okay, when you see, because Levi's the first one, right?
Oh yeah, and
like,
Mikasa.
Then Mikasa. I'm like, oh, this is insane. Holy crap.
The way she says, let's go home, and I'm like, ooh, honey, let's... Ooh. Ooh. Let's see here. Man, there's like
I thought it was just cool. I was gonna say I thought it was cool that Levi was. Everyone else had like the new gear, like new outfitted gear,
but not.
But Levi actually, well, he had it, but he also just kept on the cloak, the Scout Regiment cloak.
Yep.
I thought that was cool. I was like, of course.
Levi's
Fidget spinner's back.
Fucking savage. My God, the man should just stop.
Stop what? What do you mean?
Stop
He's
being
doing everything right.
You know, yeah. Still love my life
cold.
in Attack on Titan.
Stop being cold.
Oh man, can we just talk about deaths in Attack on Titan? Like, I told you not to get attached to anyone.
I told you that.
I know, but then I told you that because I'm like,
just going back and forth. I was like,
listen, you're not gonna like this.
Yeah, because I remember like we're all you were starting to be like, yeah, don't get attached to anyone. You're like, okay. And now it's like, no, for real though.
No, me for real though. Because Gabi is just one heck of a shooter.
Yeah, Gabi's a bitch. Gabi's a bitch. I don't.
Our potato girl has finally left us.
I didn't expect that. I was so sad. Because Sasha's like one of my best girls from that.
And the sad part is she said like, oh, the three of us are gonna do this and that when we get home, and then
I heard that.
Shot.
I heard that. And I'm like, someone's gonna die, but I didn't expect Sasha for some reason.
I thought it was gonna be Connie.
I thought it was gonna be Connie too. I was like, Connie's dead. You missed Connie.
Oh,
what did you do?
But it's like weird. Her death like symbolizes that like the funny parts in Attack on Titan is done for.
Oh, I didn't even think about it like that. You're right. Essentially,
over.
Yeah. Now Connie has the one brain cell. They don't have to share it anymore.
Yeah, they don't share it anymore. And also like
that.
Zeke just like backstabbing his own people.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that was great.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm on this airship."
I love the Zeke Levi duo because they're like a married couple that you just didn't expect.
They're a married couple ready to kill each other at any moment.
It's the fact that his hotel is a fucking forest.
Yeah. When they took him back, it's like, oh, he's just in a forest. I was like, damn. But yeah, fuck Gabi. After all that, like after that whole like attack and everything, like yeah, sure, she saw people die and all that, but she's essentially Fem Eren or Fem. Yeah,
Fem Eren.
Yeah.
She's parallel of Eren.
Yeah, just a parallel of Eren. And I'm like, oh, I don't think I hated Eren as much though, but I did get annoyed by Eren. Like initially, because he's always
yeah.
But I mean, at the time I was like, oh yeah, he's just like an angry kid. Duh, his mom died. Sure.
Well, he watched his mom die.
Yeah.
And like
watched a lot of people die. I get it.
Yeah, but it was nice to see like time skips because there was like another 4-year time skip in season 2, and they were training and stuff. So
yeah,
I was a little annoyed by Eren too, but
I hate Gabi so much.
But you'll see why Eren is no longer a protagonist in his own story.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? He, you know, that jacket scene really took it to a whole nother level.
Okay, before that, because this happened right after he had his the jail cell.
Yeah.
Jail cell scene. Man, that was hard. But
did you enjoy how he had to talk in the mirror and said fight? Like, what did you think of that?
I was more busy on the fact that I'm like, whoa, homeboy got thick. What? Homeboy got big. And then all of a sudden I was like watching with my girlfriend, ours, and then I was like, because she's read it at this point too. So I'm like, oh man, if Eren tied up his hair, like, goddamn, as a man, I'd accept the loss. I'd lose. And then all of a sudden he like
accepted the loss.
Then he like ties up his hair. I was like, I'm done.
It's over.
That was like part
Ladies
one.
And gents.
That was the first moment. I was like, wow, this isn't fair.
But also the way he like manhandled Hanji.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Poor Hanji. Like legit though. Ooh. Like she's tired. She has to do a lot. I was like, she's man, because it was Erwin. I thought because you think it'd be Levi, but no, he passed it on to Hanji, and I was like, oh,
you know how tired she is, and all those like
after all this
meetings and
going through everything. I was like, man, props to her, but also really sad. It does suck.
I know. Ooh, but we get a flashback of 17-year-old Eren because they were doing the railroad stuff.
The training arc for all of them to get like
Mikasa holding on to like 6 like
Mikasa
little...
just like hold I was just like okay oh damn jeez.
Armin and Sasha fighting over water.
You see Sasha alive again? Yeah. Fuck
yeah. I just found it funny when they were blushing, like they were just all blushing at Eren. And then Armin's like, oh no, it's the sun setting. That's why we're blushing.
Yeah.
I do have a question for you. I know you're not a manga reader, but like, what do you think about Eren and Mikasa? Like, especially during that scene when they're blushing at each other. Because you can noticeably tell that they're blushing at each other.
Yeah. I thought I was confused. Because I was like, this is in the past. I was like, oh, maybe this was like... Because I somewhat shipped them. Somewhat.
But you can never ship anyone.
But
Attack on Titan.
But yeah, I really couldn't though because the meme was always like, Mikasa's like, I love you, Eren. Shut up, bro. Don't make it gay.
I think part 2 you'll understand it more, but like you really can tell that they care about each other. Yeah, it's not in like a sibling way either. Like they're blushing at each other, like.
But okay, but then like I guess it kind of at that moment I was like, okay, that's cute. Cool. But I kept myself reserved and tried not to, because it's Attack on Titan. I'm like, someone's gonna die. I just assumed everyone's gonna die. So I was like, this is a cute moment, but I have speculation. We'll see, right?
Yeah. I also don't ship anyone, but Mikasa and Eren, truly. Yeah. Because my heart breaks every time someone dies.
It's true though. So many people die. But yeah, like that. I didn't have much thoughts just because I was just like, that's cute. But let's be real here. Someone's gonna die.
What's gonna happen next?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of back and forth between present and past Eren and Mikasa.
And speaking of like the whole, because they were having a conversation of like, oh, someone has to eat Eren's Titan if anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Like who would take
if someone had to?
Yeah.
It was just funny to see like who would them deciding who on who, but then also saying like, no, you shouldn't.
They all want to sacrifice themselves.
They were all that was cool. I was like, that's so nice. Like that was just so cool to see like them going from like cadets to this point.
Yeah.
That they were actually like they had this bond that they'd actually be willing to do it. But then Eren's like, nah, I don't want any of it to do it because you're all my friends. I was like, damn.
Exactly. And then, like, you know, we got one political episode. It's about the rumbling.
Yeah.
And,
our friend complained about.
Oh, God.
He's like, it's getting political again. I was like, it's one episode.
It's literally one episode.
Yeah, it's really quick.
You also find out Mikasa's descendants
of the what was it? I
forgot the name.
Essentially, the one Asian country or like nation. And I'm like, This
her
makes a
mom's
lot
side.
of sense.
She's the only Asian descendant in Attack on
Yeah.
Titan too, so it makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense. Ooh, Gabi and Falco though being saved by Sasha's family. That one.
Oh yeah, because they
was
escaped. Because they escaped at
ironic.
that point too.
Yeah, they got
And then-
captured, and then they
From
escaped.
the airship, then they escaped.
Yeah.
Gabby, yeah, this is another part where I'm like, Gabby, you're like psycho, because she was like acting like she was in pain, but then fucking slams the dude's head because she's like,
I know.
Eldians are devils, they're all the worst. I was like, oh,
Okay.
you psycho child, Jesus, get help.
I know. I just found it so ironic that she was saved.
Then she was saved by like Sasha's
Yeah.
like family. I was like, I hope. At that moment, I was like, I hope everything bad happens now to you. I hope you feel like
I know.
absolute crap.
And then they find out that Sasha's sister was saved by her because her parents died because they're connected by Connie's village.
Yeah. Yes.
So, I just this creator, I don't know how he does it. He just loops everything
He just
back.
plans he plans so far ahead, but still ties everything back.
Oh, God,
It's so cool.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. But I thought it was super ironic, yeah. Because then wasn't it the blonde girl? She like takes him out to the village, and she was like trying to say like, oh, essentially it's like, oh, why did, like, if you guys know about this, why did my parents have to die, and all, or why did my mom have to die?
Yeah.
And then
It's like basically like
it shows that this was when I was like speaking from earlier. I think it was cool like to see no one's wrong. It's just like the issue of like years on years of like how much they've been influenced and all that, right?
yeah. And no
Like
one's wrong
Gabi
either.
truly believes like, oh, we it's the argument of like, oh, we've sinned, so now we must pay for forever. But
Yeah.
then like the blonde girl was like, but I didn't do any of that, which is not
Yeah.
wrong. It's like technically they didn't do anything. Why would they have to suffer? But then Gabby's like, no, but because our ancestors did, we must. I was like, this is getting real deep here, boys.
Yeah. It's getting real ironic here, boys
Yeah.
and girls.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've just found it beautiful. Let's go back to the jacket part of Eren.
Oh yeah. Is that? Did we pass that at that point?
No.
No. This is about to
no.
happen. Yeah.
It's about to happen.
Yeah.
I just, the internet was going crazy because the trailer was like from a different studio, and then Mappa did a different version of it.
Yeah.
But I found this one more realistic because he kind of had to like bend down to even wear the sleeve.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
But regardless, I was like, the moment that happened, I was like, oh.
Our boy
This
turned into an antagonist.
Yeah, it's like, homeboy's no longer protag. Who's the new protag? I'm confused.
Homie switched. He switched on us.
I thought that was cool. I was like, man, at that point, because like my girlfriend was just watching me watch essentially. I was reacting. I was like, what's going on? She's like, I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows what's going on?
I was like, he's evil. Or no. I don't know. Anti-pro.
Protag?
I'm confused.
Yeah. Monster ad. But man, he has his own cult, Eren. Ooh.
What was it called? They're called the Jaegerists, right?
Yeah, Jaeger.
Eren Jaeger. Everyone.
It's
Forever.
everyone. Everyone for themselves now.
Everyone for Eren Jaeger.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Me too.
Oh yeah, like the slight political. This is when like they killed off like what, right at this point they killed off.
Yeah, they killed off one of the head leaders.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
And
they blew him up because there was a chair sitting in his room.
yeah, that man was into weird shit. So I was like, I'm kind of okay with this, but this sucks. But
Yeah.
also okay. Because I heard about like what he did in the manga versus like remember to that one guy? It's
Yep.
different in the manga. I was like,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
No.
totally different.
Yeah. Anyway, what was it? Oh yeah, because at this point they like show like Falco and Gabby with the family going into the town because they were having dinner
Lunch.
or
They're
something,
having
or
lunch or dinner with
like
Nicolo, the cook.
yeah,
The
the
cook
one
that
that
loves
was in
Sasha.
the one that was into Sasha, so he's
Yeah,
treating
yeah,
Sasha's
yeah.
family that happens to have the tailor of Sasha. God, I was like,
The
this is
connections.
beautiful. This is beautiful.
It's
We're gonna
beautiful.
see some shit happen.
And you did see shit happen because Falco almost got his ass whooped. I mean, he did.
Well,
but
he did,
you
but
know.
because the guy
That
was like
wine
about.
was a little sus. Let's just say
Well, yeah,
that.
because they showed throughout the whole season. I'm like they would focus on the wine a lot. I was like, what's with that? And then now we got the answer. It has the fucking spinal fluid
of Zeke.
Zeke's spinal fluid. I was like, what?
One scream and everyone's a fucking goner.
The memes from that were so good though.
Ooh, they were.
But we'll touch on that in a bit. But no, Gabi trying to still be like, oh, we're here to like, because we're like trying to take everyone back.
Yeah.
Fuck the devils, blah blah blah. And he was like, no, and he like tries to like kill him, and then when they had the confrontation and the realization of like
with the families,
it's like, oh no, this is the killer. This is Sasha's killer that they've been helping, and it's like, oh shoot, you think? And then the scouts come in, and I'm like,
Mikasa.
Everyone's here.
Mikasa, ooh.
But
she
Sasha's
saved Gabi, and I found that really beautiful to see, because she didn't want to see it again, like death and all that stuff.
But then Sasha's dad taking the high road. But then the girl that they talked, the blonde girl that they were talking to, was like, "Oh, fuck you," because she was on that. Because Sasha saved her back then when through the whole like when her parents died. So I was like, "Dude, Gabi, you little bitch,
you fucked up.
You fucked up."
But let's just say Gabi. People say Gabi's all bark, no bite. But you'll see.
I was gonna say. They say that, but I'm like, she fucking kill people. Yeah,
she's bark and bite. She does her shit.
Maybe not as big of a bite that people are thinking, but she still fucking like mashed that dude's head in the jail cell.
She will do whatever it takes to get back home.
So
and
I don't fully believe that.
Yeah.
But then switching over to like the spinal fluid, segueing back into the forest where Zeke's at.
Oh, his hotel.
His hotel. I'm sorry, but like. Levi looking at him was like, I'm ready to kill you. I'm just ready to kill you.
But I guess it's canon that Levi's popular with the ladies.
Was it mentioned at that point?
Yeah. Because Zeke was like, you shouldn't assume anyone's feelings. Weren't you popular? And then like Levi was like, yeah, I was popular with the ladies a long time ago. I was like, oh, so it is canon.
So it is. We all know this. Not big news. We're not
no
surprised.
big deal. But can we just talk about how Eren casually walks into the room like a side character?
I didn't even know. My initial thought was like, oh cool, Eren's here. Wait, Eren's here.
Because his crew just barges in. And
he walked in like a supporting character. And I was like, oh, who's this? Oh, it's Eren.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, essentially like he wants to talk to the like Armin and Mikasa.
The way he says he hates Mikasa.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
That one hurts.
So that's why I was like, at that moment I was like, okay, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Maybe it is that's the case. I'm like, all right, cool. Ship's dead. I think.
Yeah.
But then it explained like her whole like why she protects it. Like she goes into like this berserk mode, and it's essentially just to protect him. And that's really cool.
That trio's separated.
Yeah,
that trio's gone.
He fucking wails on Armin. I was like, wait, you wail on Armin because you can't take on Mikasa, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's the reason why he cut his hand.
Yeah, yeah, essentially. As a threat. No,
well, poor Armin. That was like the first time I've heard him swear ever.
Yeah.
He called him a bastard.
Yeah.
I was like,
good boy, Armin.
Okay, Armin.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah. That was sad. It was like sad to see like the trio like essentially broken up.
Yeah.
But
you can kind of see, because they were talking about how like Eren's free.
He talks about his freedom, like.
But like the ironic part was like Armin was like, "But you look like a slave." I mean, you're not manga reader, but like you can probably already assume who's free, who's not free.
Yeah,
you know.
It's like I think it's good irony too, right there.
Yeah, because you kind of see in Eren's face that he thinks he's free, right? Mm-hmm. But his eyes say something else.
It's the ironic part is like he says he's free, and I think this was really cool, like as a literary aspect, where he says he's free, but in reality he's like tied to like the history and like everything that he knows, he's like slave to that. He's so disturbed and like he wants to make things right, but that's why he's not exactly free.
Okay, let's talk about the disturbing part. Mikasa always gets these headaches, and now that we see them more here in part 1, but we see a flashback of when Eren protects Mikasa and he kills the people, and he keeps saying like die, die, die. Do you know how disturbing that is as a kid? As a kid? He was like 10 years old.
Yeah, like, because they only show glimpses of it, and then they show like the scene, but they never like
They never dive deeper into it. Like, you watch it in season 1 where he saves her. Yeah. And it's like a really quick save too. Yeah. Like, he just barges in and like kills him. But like now you see like he says things that you're not supposed to say as a 10-year-old. Yeah. So it's just really, really messed up. And you can kind of notice that because Mikasa's like thinking about it, and like after their conversation, she's just like, "Who is this? Who's Eren? Who's Eren to me now?" Like,
right? Because she has that flashback, right? Yeah. But
it's all wrapping up in a nice little bow, and I'm literally scared.
But then like the moment like I think it was Armin provoked it, but essentially like Mikasa would stop him, right? Because she's like, essentially because of the Ackerman blood, she has to stop whoever attacks
and protects.
Yeah, protect the royal. Yeah.
It's all just ironic. But let's talk about Levi and Zeke again. Let's talk about Zeke getting his ass whooped for a 3rd time.
Right? Zeke was just like they were talking about it, and they're like trying to what was it? Oh, he's like suspecting Levi of like, oh, like they gotta have someone eat him soon. Yeah. And then like Levi turns back. Zeke's running. Right. He's like, that's later. A great meme. But like, and then everyone's like in the trees, and then everyone's like looking at him, and all of a sudden, screams.
He screams. They all drank the wine, but Levi, and they all turn into titans.
The best memes were like on like TikTok or Instagram. I'd see like people like drinking wine, and all of a sudden they play like the scream. They're like, what the heck? Whoa.
But Levi's a fucking savage.
Yeah, because then Zeke was like, "You're not gonna kill your comrades because you've been with them for so long." Psych.
Psych. Levi. Oh, Levi. That poor man has been through a lot, and he killed at least 30 titans before catching up to Levi.
Yeah. Or catching up to Zeke. Yeah.
Or Zeke. Yeah.
Yeah. But
and then Zeke's surprised face. He's like, "I'm sorry. You did what?"
You weren't supposed to. Takes the man down. Or no, he transforms, right? He does transform.
Yeah, a little bit, but then he gets taken down.
Gets taken out so fast.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then gets tortured.
Yeah. Dude, the man gets like the fucking missile stuck into him, and essentially if he moves,
oh god, yeah, if he moves, he dies.
Or he like gets blasted again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say die, but yeah. Essentially just getting his arms and shit cut off, like his legs, like continues to say, all right, it's coming back.
And we cut.
And we're cutting here.
Oh man, but Zeke's backstory is really sad.
No, it's so Eren's and Zeke's dad did work.
A little too much work.
A little too
much work.
Yeah. Like actually, you kind of I felt really bad for Zeke because like considering like like his parents are like trying to do like the whole like rebellion thing or like and then like he just wants a dad to play ball with him.
Yeah. He finds one.
Yeah. The other beast candidate, right?
Yeah.
Essentially.
The first, the one that he has to eat to get the beast.
But then when he calls him dad at the end.
Yeah, because he lost his glasses. Those glasses are his.
Yeah, those glasses are. Yeah, which I was like, damn, that feels so bad. You don't feel bad for, like, I forget his name all of a sudden every time. Essentially, Eren's and Zeke's dad. You don't.
It starts with a G, but I can't remember.
Yeah, it starts with
It's fine. The audience will correct us in the comments.
We're two stupids. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
But essentially, yeah, I felt bad for him on that. then we what was it?
And then we find out Zeke's plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's to cut off all stuff. Just
essentially just euthanize.
Cut off balls and stuff.
No, not exactly.
And stuff.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, essentially just euthanize all of aliens. Like or like fuck all aliens.
Just stop.
It's like whoa.
Everything, yeah.
Just kill everyone. Boom.
There's like I don't know if you watched the outros and intros of Attack on Titans. There's actually a lot of spoilers. Do you remember the part where like Zeke and Eren are talking and Zeke throws the baseball to Eren? There's actually like a screenshot of season 2 outro. I think it's season 2 or season 3. There's like and you can interpret this as you wish. I'm a manga reader, so I won't say anything. But like in the outro of season 2 or 3, there's actually a human throwing a baseball to a devil.
Oh. I didn't even... Okay, in all honesty, when I binge, I don't watch the intro.
Yeah, you should.
I watch it once if it's new. I watch
Yeah.
ending once if it's new. But then I just...
And so
boom,
people
boom, boom, boom.
were putting those two pictures top to bottom.
Wow.
And they were really like analyzing it. They were like, so is Eren really the devil? Or...
Yeah.
And is Zeke really human? Like...
That's crazy.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I need to look into this. That's actually cool. Damn.
Yeah, I found that really cool.
But...
But also, Zeke, he just pulled the trigger.
Oh yeah, he's like, okay, bye. But then he gets, because then he gets saved.
He gets saved by Titan.
Yeah.
Because this is when you as an anime only get a sneak peek of Ymir, the Titan holder. Ymir, did you see her?
No.
Oh, you didn't see her?
I need to rewatch this.
You need to watch that.
I might have missed something.
Yeah.
I think I was so focused on like, wow, Zeke just blew himself up. Is Levi alive?
And then he gets.
I knew he got taken away, but I didn't notice. Like, I just thought it was
he gets put
just
into a Titan's stomach.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Because then like there's like a quick like dark flash of like Ymir.
I didn't even notice that. Okay. I need to go back.
You need to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
Because there's a cool like. Anyways, part 2 will explain the scene, but like it's really cool.
Yeah.
But
essentially at this point, it's like.
Oh man, Pieck. Good old Pieck.
Eren was gonna go in and interrogate Gabi. Then Pieck comes in, and then they do this whole spiel of like, oh, like you're not gonna kill me because you need me.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, Pieck's like, okay, I'll cooperate with you, and I'll show you where all the other guys are. But then as you walk, I don't think people notice. They did show like the other Titans, like the other shifters randomly. Yep. And I'm like, oh, some people, if they weren't paying, I paid attention to that.
I paid attention. Well, I knew what was gonna happen. So
right. But I like saw it, so I was like, oh, ooh, shit's gonna happen. Because then like they walk all the way upstairs, and finally, when she was like, he's like, all right, where are they? Turns around, points at him. I was like, okay, that's because. And then fucking the jaw time comes out. I was like, oh, she meant it.
Oh, this was the good opportunity to get Eren eaten, but you know how Eren is, and just transform.
Went sicko mode.
Yeah. Went antagonist mode and then, on our asses.
And then they show like all the other guys coming in on warships.
Reiner,
and I was like,
Colt?
Reiner's coming in. I was like, oh shit, this is dope. Then I thought about it, I was like, it's gonna end here. And
it did. Cut. Because it started with Reiner, it ends with Reiner. That's part 1. My poor Reiner, he looks really skinny. Like, really skinny.
He looks very drained. He's
so drained.
Like, he's got bags and everything.
Oh, man. He looks done for.
I know we, like, did a long recap, but did you have, like... What was your favorite part? I'm actually curious from this.
So, before reading it, it was probably seeing Eren for the first time in season 4, part 1.
Like just seeing him, or do you mean like
just seeing him? Because you actually kind of see him in episode 2.
Yeah,
and he was like that helpless soldier.
Right. Yeah.
Helpless.
Yeah. like
I was just like, that's Eren. That's it. But then when I like started reading it, it was actually when he like put on the coat. Because that's the turning point for me.
Thirst.
Yeah, the thirst. Not only the thirst, but also when he Monster ad. Starbucks ad.
Starbucks.
It's just like the turning point in the whole story.
Yeah.
Was when he put on that jacket, and it was great.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? As an anime only for Attack on Titan.
Why you gotta say it like that, man? Because
you're an anime only, and this is for me to stop gushing.
Oh, to like prevent you from like saying more. No, I get you. It was like one was I had. It's kind of tied because I just think the whole fight with Eren versus all the other Titans. I was like, man, I've been wanting this. I wanted to see like some good
shit.
Because that was like season. You see it in season 3 also somewhat, but this was like everyone, like legit everyone. So I thought it was cool. It was just cool to see. I thought it was animated really well, but also like you see like everything happening like while they were fighting, but also like down like with the scouts versus people.
Oh yeah.
Like I think that whole sequence is cool. Like you got to see like everyone come back. Like you see like Levi coming back and taking out people. Sasha's like sniping people out left and right. You just see how proficient everyone is again. It's just so cool. And then nice. I think the second one was like Levi v Zeke part 2.
You mean part 2 and part 3? My
and
God,
part 3,
he kept fucking
essentially
getting his ass whooped. Zeke.
Yeah.
Okay, so part 1 has ended. I would ask this in the most as non-spoiler. What are you expecting in part 2 this winter? What do you want to see out of Eren as a protagonist? As
you asked this, what
do you want to see out of him?
I don't know. I guess I just need to like see. I just want to see if he actually goes through, because like there are times when I'm like, what if he's just playing Zeke, but also Zeke could be playing him. Like there's this whole thing of like it's always like it's a tug of war.
Who's playing who?
Like who's playing who, or if like they're both legit, and how would they how do they carry this out? Like do they just straight up kill everyone? You know, it's like do they kill everyone, or like how do they go about it, right? So I think I just have questions. Like that's my big question of like,
they'll be answered. Legit?
Oh, I know. Who knows? Yeah. Maybe I'll read by then.
Yeah, maybe. Segueing to reading, the last chapter is actually coming out on Thursday, April 8th.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That is true.
Ooh, so that's a big one.
Although we are recording this ahead of time because of scheduling issues.
Yeah, and it'll drop later on. But
so technically it dropped.
Yeah, technically it dropped, but
maybe by then I'll catch up.
Maybe.
We'll or maybe I'll just wait out. I've waited 5+ years for the other one already, so what's the difference, right?
If you do, for the audience, if you do want to read it, it's actually, you can start reading it chapter 116.
Wow, how specific.
Yeah, 116, 117.
Because you passed it on to someone else,
I already passed it on to someone else.
But overall, I thought it was really good. I had I had a lot of fun with the season. I was like, this is probably one of the top. Attack on Titan's like shot up to like top 3 for me like a while back. I know some people have said like, oh, it dropped after a certain point, but they also read the manga.
It never dropped for me.
I see. Oh, we'll see. Can't wait to see. We'll probably touch back on this later.
Bold of me to say this, but part 2 will surpass a lot of animes. Bold a lot.
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. You will find out.
I'll find out. Yes.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just end it here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram at NgoVo Convo, NgoVo Convo, if you don't know how to spell our last names. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit the like button, please, and subscribe. We want ads. Come on now.
Not like we don't do it already. But
yeah, I know. Fake ads. Let us know how we're doing. What do you want to see next? And bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow.